Watching Daily Report here on TV 47, the home of the untold stories. And as I mentioned earlier, before we took a short break, we're holding court this evening with a Member of Parliament for Kitui Central. This is Honorable Dr. Makali Moli. Also, we have with us Dr. John Mutunga, who is a Member of Parliament of Tigania West, and also Shakil Shabir, Member of Parliament Kisumu West. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Eagerly waiting to be joined also by Anthony Kibagendi. But we want to continue pace with the conversation. Right now that I know all of you have been doggedly following what has been happening in Homa Bay County and just the news that we've had this morning or this evening, just to say that the president is raising accusatory fingers towards parliamentarians. And I know we have two members here who are chair of committees in the National Assembly. We want to know, and also you are a member of a committee as well, Shakil Shabir. So this question that the president is raising regarding member of parliament being embroiled in corruption, I think I should ask you, first of all, do you hold with what the president is saying? These allegations are very clear, and is describing parliament and the judiciary as corruption centers. Let's begin with you, Dr. John Mutunga.
I thank you very much, Jiva, for this opportunity. And I am the chairman of Agriculture and Livestock Committee of the National Assembly.
Yes.
And we've gone through so many issues. And in those issues, I do not remember an occasion where we demanded for money in order to write a report or in order to avoid putting some content into context. So when the president speaks, he must speak from some background, some information, and some intelligence. And I know there are very many cases that probably which can be presumed based on what is being investigated. And as a parliament, I think there is a provision for live coverage of all issues. So even if you wanted to do a report on some issues, you cannot avoid putting the issue as it is on the report. I remember on 2 occasions when we had live coverage and we're investigating what we may regard as sensitive issues. And one of them was the fertilizer subsidy. Okay. The fertilizer subsidy issue was covered to an extent that our report actually was already aired even before we finalized the report. And actions had already been taken because some arrests were made. And in our report, it was clear that certain individuals within certain institutions had questions to answer. They were already picked because we pointed out at the NCPB then, which was the main distributor channel for the subsidy fertilizer. We also had some other business people selling this substance we mine that Kariandush as fertilizer, and we clearly put it before the media, even before. And this was arrived at because sometimes in the past it was realized that sometimes when you try to have the gist of the matter covered, the truth coming out, it used to disappear between the committee sitting and the airing of the news. So we made a decision as Parliament to have live coverage so that Kenyans can know the exact truth of the matter.
So you want to
the other issue was the issue of the coffee. We were investigating the coffee value chain and the individuals and institutions that are engaged in the transactions from mainly the milling of the coffee itself, the brokerage when it comes to selling the coffee, the selling itself, and the buying of the coffee. And when we were saying that clearly there is our concentration within the chain, you find that an individual is offering as a miller, and then through another name, they come in as the proposed seller, and then we also find them looking for buying on the other end. And we said we need to clear that of our concentration. And you know, in those two incidences I've mentioned, nobody has approached my committee from outside. Nobody has banned us from writing a report. But I'm not saying that the president is not right. He may have had some instances which probably could have depicted that. But as far as I'm concerned, I know we've done a clean job.
So